So, I do have a very interesting story on what happened with me with my arm getting broken. They were holding me and they asked me, we just want to talk to you. And I told them, why are you holding me? And they said, we just want to talk to you. I'm like, well, am I being under arrest? And they're like, no, we just want to talk to you. I told them, well, I'm going home now. Underneath the Constitution, you do not have the right to hold someone without signed affirmation or probable cause. I'm going home now. I moved my foot slightly, and he threw my arm back so fast that it echoed in the room. As he placed me down, I sat there and I played possum, and he did not like that at all. He sat there and jabbed his fingers into my chest over and over, repeatedly, until I woken up or opened my eyes. And the second I did, he jacked my arm and twisted it after I said something to the other officer. I said that you broke the body of Christ. That's the only thing that came to my mind because I was in so much pain. And then it was just gone. It was just lifted. And that guy, after he seen Mr. Green twist the broken arm, he starts crying. And I'm not cussing, swearing, crying, or nothing. I'm just amazed at this whole scenario. These two other officers are not doing anything to get this other officer off of me at all. Now, they did do something, though. The pressure that they had on my leg, that would be the female officer, and the guy over to the left, they let go the second Mr. Green twisted that arm. They were not even holding any pressure on it. They were just hovering their hands over it. They were like, I'm not pushing on this guy anymore. Like, I could have kicked, I could have punched, I could have did anything. Like, they just let go. I don't know if that was, I don't think that was an opportunity to make it worse or whatever, because the other officer had buckets of tears rolling down his eyes. And I got a $600 and some citation for the misuse of 911. I had to do 50 hours worth of community service. This is my place for the last 6 years. It's a tiny little room. Yeah, this has not been fun. My arm, I gotta massage it constantly. From the time I get up to the time I go to sleep. And then depending on how I'm sleeping, I have to get up in the middle of the night, either tie it up or squeeze out the edema or whatever. It just constantly hurts all the time. There are moments, like right now, where it's not being agitated, but one of my favorite things was making music, and that's difficult, especially with keyboard and mouse. I did have an actual keyboard, which made it easier, but after the arm was broken, they put me in a mental institution. I was in there after we got released from the emergency room. They put my cast on so tight that I had to remove it while I was in the officer's vehicle. My fingers were blown up like sausages. You can see that in the picture that I have. So they were going to bring me there, but before they brought me there, they made me sit inside the officer's vehicle with the heat cranked all the way up high, and they forcefully wanted me to talk to the lady at the Crisis Center, and I told them I did not want to talk to anybody, especially knowing about my mother having cancer. I just didn't want to regurgitate it. It didn't need to be. And the last time I did it, the lady was crying, and I wasn't crying. I'm like, me and my mom, we're cool with it. So, anyways, heat up high, window down rolled, you can kind of fill in the blanks. You're sitting there just focusing on one thing, and that's breathing. It's so freaking hot in there. So I got a white ring around my mouth now from sitting in the cop car. So they bring me in the intake or whatever. They knew already. One guy already knew. He's just like, yeah, they do this all the time. It's like, yeah, they break someone's arm and they bring him up, they put him in here. So he was giving me the info because he knew I wasn't nuts. He already knew that already. He already was like, I know they're fucking with you. So I got that all going on. So I take my t-shirt off. I got that all jacked up for a sling. And none of the staff members, no care, no nothing. I'm like, I want to get a picture of my arm because it's got a boot print on it and everything. I want to take pictures. So I asked the lady at the front desk. She goes, no, state people aren't allowed to go against state people. I'm like, well, fine. Can I use that guy's phone over there that's sitting in the corner? She's like, no, I already know what you're going to do with it. So I'm just like, great. All right, whatever. I walk over on the wall and I'm reading all their ordinances that's listed on the wall, all of them. And I get up to one where it's 51.3 of the Wisconsin Code or whatever, and it's violation of my rights. I'm supposed to get immediate care if I'm in their care. And they weren't giving it to me at all for 12 days. I want a lawyer to go after them. 12 days with a humerus fracture, the bone is like, it's floating. It's moving around. Like, talk about pain. No offer for pain medication. I asked for it. I don't know if I would have took it. I just pulled myself off of that with my back surgery. So it was kind of like, ow. So it was a constant guarding of the hand just to keep it out of pain. And, just bumping it during the night. I wanted one. But they wouldn't give me it. But after I filled out that sheet, it was different. Now you got to remember now, the 3 officers that were involved wrote down a sheet stating that they wanted to take me to court, and that was the 13th day of being in there. Imagine that. So the 13th day was supposed to be court at 1 o'clock or 1:30, something like that. Well, that day, the 12th day, I find that ordinance, write up a sheet, I make 2 copies, I shove one in my shoe because it's a very strange place to be. Oh my God, if you have someone in there, please go get them. So I give her the sheet, she reads it, and I'm walking away. I'm like, here you go, here, you might want to read that. She's thinking I'm drawing her a picture or whatever. I'm like, here you go. I'm walking away, and she's like, Mr. Shar, get back here. We need to take you in and get your arm checked. Now, I did kind of want to lash out, but I didn't, though. I was like, okay. In the head, though, I'm like, 12 days later for a humerus fracture? What kind of world am I in right now? Are you just trying to get me to go off so you can write it down in the report? He was very violent. Did you notice that he had a broken arm? No, he didn't say nothing. But I was seen by the ER, and I do have all my slips, bracelets, all that. I even have the bus ticket for the bus trip that I took too. It's got time and dates on it. Great stuff. So we get the arm taken care of, and that's a trip on its own. It's 3 trips all on that same day. First, the doctor says, hey, you need a brace on this immediately, otherwise it will not heal properly. Remember now, 12 days, no care for my arm. I want some money. I really do. I'm not money hungry, but now I want, this thing hurts all the time. I want some money. Either from them not giving me any care for 12 days, screwing up my arm, which it probably did, because it ended up getting re-broke after the fact too, probably because it didn't heal correctly. The 12 days of not being set probably maybe had a lot to do with that. So we get to 3 doctors that day. I get back from the 3rd one, and I'm going to call him the big guy because I don't know his name, but I need you, so I'm going to go there and look for you. I'm hoping you'll see this and maybe send me a message or whatever. But it was so cool. He comes up to me and he's just like, hey, yeah, just so you know, you're getting out. I'm like, yeah, I bet after getting fucking seen, yeah, they're going to let me out. And then he's just like, yeah, and they just released your prescriptions and stuff so you can get Percocet. You want some? I'm like, it's been this long? No, I don't want to go back on that. It's been this long. No. I thought about it though. I didn't even fill the prescription that they gave me. And he had someone telling another person that I was selling it. How the hell am I going to sell it if I never filled it? I never filled it. Never did. But back to the wonderful moment. Oh yeah, by the way. Yeah, they're not taking you to court tomorrow. They just withdrew. I want to know why. Why would 3 officers that were not in the facility with me at all, never talked to me at all, but stated on their report and lied on their report, why would they withdraw that? They put down in their statement that this man needs medical or mental care. He absolutely needs it. You can read it in the report, but he's like, yeah, he needs this really, really bad. But they're sitting at home or what? They just call him, you know what? That guy's fine. Or would it be the fact that we would go to court, and I would go to court, and then I would show the injuries that the officers did to, well, the one officer did to me. That's what I'm thinking. But now I get a lawyer that's had my case. Of course, he's looking at me thinking I'm all woo-hoo-hoo. Takes my case, has my case now for 6 years. Had my case for the 3 years, and then tells me, hey, you know what, you're going to need a $5,000 expert witness. When I met the guy, he had a white car. Now he has a Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's worth more than $5,000. So why would you take my case and then do all these things for the case and not flip the $5,000 if you know you're going to win the case? Seems kind of weird, doesn't it? Well, how about this? He puts my 120-day notice of injury, which I already put one in myself, and I got documentation of that too on video. So he puts mine in. Then later on, he tells me that he's trying to get on the city council. Mayor Jim Schmidt tabled my case underneath Robert Rules of Order. I would like to see what the next following case is. That, and I would like to know, is that a conflict of interest? If you're trying to get on the city board, couldn't you guys have a little deal going, hey, you know what? Can you make sure that guy never gets his case seen? So if there is another lawyer out there that wouldn't mind going after Eric, seeing Eric has not contacted me for a while, and I deducted my own case, if you can't show probable cause just by the 3 officers withdrawing their court case the next following day prior to the day of me getting seen by all 3 doctors, and if you can't go after Brown County for not giving me care for 12 days, what kind of lawyer is that? And he's a ex-military JAG lawyer. And the only reason why I'm talking like this, no offense to you, Eric, but I heard that that's what you are supposed to do. Ex-military JAG lawyers are supposed to take cases like this and draw them out. So any assistance, whether it be food, distilled water, coffee, whatever you can do, clothes, a new pair of shoes, that would be kind of nice. A lawyer would be very much appreciated. Yeah. It's not like I have any hate towards these people. I just really want that money. Doing this all the time and being agitated and just, I got issues being around people when I'm in pain. I can't, they're having a great time and I've got acid flowing through my arm. It's kind of hard to have a good time. But I try. Patrick Falls from RE Management. I have a recorded conversation between me and him. Yeah. You should really read RE Management's statement on their thing on how they're supposed to supply care and stuff. But lying to someone and causing more anguish and misery to a person, I would like another lawyer to go after Pat Falls directly for emotional distress, for lying to me about providing a tape showing the officers breaking my arm. That's what he told me. He told me, yeah, give me a call, I'll send you the tape over. That's what he told me. You know how excited I was to see that tape? You can listen to the recorded conversation. Yeah. I want someone to sue Patrick Falls.